Bhagwat Gita Verse 11. Aineshu cha sarveshu yatha bhag mavastitaha bhime va bhirakshantu bhavantah sarva eva hi. Meaning, all of you properly stationed in your places in the divisions of the army, do protect Bhishma. Here all of you stands for Drona, Samskara and the rest of our Kaurava army of sense inclinations and supportive allies. Stand firm in your respective places on the bodily field of Kurukshetra and on the inner planes of cerebrospinal centers, and concentrate your forces on protecting Bhishma or the ego. A review of the principal warriors and the generals in Kuru and the Pandu armies who have been described in verse 4 to 9 will show that the strength of both the sides is nearly equal. For every evil inclination, desire or bad habit, there is a corresponding divine discriminative quality that a determined yogi can employ to defeat or rout the enemy. Or conversely, it can be said that in the negligent or the slothful devotee, for every good quality there is an evil counterpart, well prepared to deter the army of self-realization. The spiritual battle array is as follows. The soldiers of soul present in the man's 7 cerebrospinal centers. Sahdeva, the power to observe the negative rules and morality in the Kokijal or the earth center. Nakula, the power to follow the described positive spiritual rules. Thou shalls in the sacral of the water center. Arjuna, or the divine force, and the power, patience, and the self-control in the lumber of the fire center. Bhima, soul control, vital breath, life force in the dorsal or the air center. Yudhishthira, the king, calmness as a divine discrimination in the cervical or the ether center. Soul, or the superconscious samadhi, institutional oneness with God in the medulla, and the Krishna, or the spirit as a Christ consciousness is the point between the two eyebrows, directly connected and interrelated with the medulla center, and topmost is a pure spirit in the Sahasrara, or the 1,000-petaled lotus in the brain. Bhishma is invincible. However, the eye can never be destroyed without its consent and cooperation. So Bhishma himself finally reveals to the Pandavas the sole way he can be killed in a battle by the skill of Arjuna, a devotee in a deep meditation. After this most fierce of all battles, Bhishma's body is mortally wounded by Arjuna's countless arrows. Even so, Bhishma says he will remain thus on this bed of arrows and not give up his body until the sun moves to the north in the heavens. Literally, this is taken to refer to an astronomical calculation of the seasonal placement of the sun, but symbolically, it means that even though the ego is rendered powerless and when again by samadhi meditation of a devotee, it would not fully die. The pure sense of I-ness or individuality remains until the sun of divine consciousness in the spiritual eye during Savikalpa Samadhi moves to the north, upward to the place of the finer forces in the brain, that is, in the innermost divine region in the Sahasrara, the highest spiritual center in the body, in union with the spirit in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. At this point in Gita, however, ego still stands as the most formidable force confronting the Pandavas in their quest to regain their rightful kingdom.